Last year, new horror game Choo Choo Charles went viral online thanks to a very good trailer that teased a game of cat and mouse with an evil spider-legged train. The train itself was pure nightmare fuel, and the gameplay looked intense and fun, unlike any other game. Now that I've played it, I'm sorry to say that the actual game isn't as thrilling or scary as the original trailer promised. But at least that's about the length of an average B-grade horror movie. In October 2021, Choo Choo Charles took the internet by storm after its sole developer uploaded a gorgeous trailer showing a giant, spooky train of spiders chasing you in your locomotive on a spooky island. There's a machine gun on the back of the little train, which you can use to fend off the monster until you've collected enough scrap metal and upgraded your train to the point where you're ready to take on it and win a fight to the death. Win and free the island from this monster. Lose and die and Charles becomes more powerful. This is an eye-catching setup, and it looked pretty bright, so it's no surprise that the trailer spread like wildfire during the spooky month of October. A year later and now I played Choo Choo Charles and, well, it's very similar to that trailer and not much more. Visually, Choo Choo Charles looks great. I like the mix of low-res elements with more modern-looking grass, textures, and lights. It gives it a special atmosphere that is enhanced by the mysterious and desolate island and the strange people you meet on it. They're all pretty creepy, with their quirky-looking models and the way their mouths don't move when they speak. It's a good example of a lone developer using the limits of what he can reasonably do to add to a game's atmosphere rather than distract it. There's something sympathetic about the way Choo Choo Charles feels a little beat up. The raw edges give it a handcrafted quality, making it appear as if it was made with one person's passion rather than designed by a committee. The real shame is that the best part of this game, getting on a train and running away from Charles, is only a small part of what you do. Usually you're asked to walk around to collect eggs or complete map puzzles or side objectives. And stealth in Choo Choo Charles is no fun. When I got to the second egg, which is hidden in a large underground mine, I just started running around grabbing whatever I needed. No stealth. And it worked. Guardians are terrible snipers, they have infinite stamina, and they hardly hear any noise. Was it funny? Not really. As the trailer suggests, the main loop here involves riding your train around the island, collecting scraps which you use to upgrade your train, and hunting down 3 eggs that can trigger the big final fight with Charles. But before you do that, you should probably make sure you've upgraded your locomotive to go faster, take more damage, and have more weapons. Again, this setup is cool and controlling your train is both easy and fun. In fact, that might be the best part about Choo Choo Charles. The game was at its best when I was cruising around in my speedy little yellow train, looking for a giant spider monster or the next grain of civilization. But alas, a cool move, charm and passion can only go so far, and the experience quickly turns from horror to boredom. The big problem is that Charles is not very involved in the game. Not counting his scripted performances in the final battle and the opening intro, I've only encountered the monster train 3 times. The rest of the time I was just wandering around collecting scrap or dealing with the main enemies of the game. Masked hunters that you have to sneak around. About an hour into the game, I realized I had almost fully upgraded my train, even though about half of the side quests were left intact on the map. About 30 minutes later I had collected the last egg and triggered the final battle. After it killed me once, I tried again and beat the game. It's a real shame Choo Choo Charles isn't bigger, better, or scarier. That first trailer looked so good and the developer behind the game seems like a nice guy with interesting and original ideas. There is much to admire here. The lockpick mechanic is good. The way the island looks and sounds is eerie and perfect. And the lore surrounding Charles has me excited for a sequel or spin-off in the future. So yeah, I hope they keep making games and sharing the process on YouTube. But alas, the reliance on lousy stealth sections, lack of scares, and a plethora of early-stage upgrade material derail the game and make for a rather lackluster and unscary experience. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.